Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you around the TOC Showcase event platform. So the very first time you log in, you'll be met with a screen very similar to this. So the first thing you'll be asked to do is choose if you want to connect with your social media. If you choose to do this, then all it will take is your name and profile picture. It won't share any personal information. Equally, you can just click straight through. Now you're being asked to complete your profile. So this is really important. One, so that when people land on your profile, they'll know who you are, what you do, what you're interested in. But also it allows our AI to work more effectively and make sure that you get the best recommendations that are designed for you and therefore have the best event experience possible. So I'm going to go through here, and if I want to update the job function, I can add extra parts here, or I can equally remove anything that I don't think is relevant. I can select my business area, my area of interest, and the product categories that I'm providing. These questions may differ depending on what your ticket type is, but the general function of filling out your profile is exactly the same. Now you're going to be asked about your contact detail sharing. So automatically your contact details will be set onto connections only. So you can choose whether you want them to be completely private, keep them on connections only, or have them public. If you select it connections only, it then means that only users who have a mutual interest with you or have an accepted meeting will be able to see your contact details. These can be updated later in the profile section where I'm going to show you too. Once you're happy, just go ahead and click next. The final onboarding screen that you're met with here is just asking you to agree to some data usage. Now, this isn't us, sending your details anywhere or anything like that. This is purely so that our AI can get smarter over time and learn from the way you behave and other users behave to overall make the AI smarter. However, if you don't want to consent to this and you leave the toggle off, this won't by any means impact your event experience. Okay, so now we're met with the first screen. So the first thing I always recommend that everyone should do is go ahead and update their profile. So this is up here in the top right hand corner where it says profile. So you can upload a profile picture, update your name and your headline. Here is where you can change your contact details too. So your email address will automatically be the one that you're registered with, and this is where you can change your phone number. And again, you have complete control over the contact detail sharing functionality here. Here you can update the profile information again or add anything new. So job title, company, your location, and then the other fields here. And you also have the option to write a summary. Once you're happy, go ahead and click Update Profile. Now also on the profile section, there's one other aspect I want to draw your attention to, which is the Manage My Availability. You can go in and block out the days which you are or not available at the beginning of each week to make sure that you only get meeting requests at times that work well for you. Okay, and that is the profile section. So now heading back to the main screen, I'm now going to be moving on and talking about the networking functionality. So you'll see at the top here, we've got the recommended for you section. These are recommendations that are created just for you, and they're based on your profile information and the profile information of others and the way that the AI believes that the people you will want to see. So what you can do is you can go through here and you can show interest and you can skip on different users. You always see a set of 10 here. When you move through the first set of 10, another set of 10 will be generated. However, the second set of 10 will not only take into account the profile information that is used for the matching, it will also take into account the behavior you just exhibited as you were going through the recommendations. So the more you use the recommendations and the more you engage with it, the smarter and the better your recommendations will become over time. So down here on the side, we can see anybody that I'm interested in, that I say show interest, will appear here in my interest list. Anybody that I skip on will appear here in my skip list. And I've also got interested in you. So anybody who has shown interest on me will appear up here. And I know that there's a new one that I'm yet to respond to because I see the number here. So I click through to this. So I can see here that Claire from Grip is interested in me. I've got a potential handshake. So say I'm interested in responding, I'm going to go ahead and show interest back. This then creates a handshake or a connection. So a couple of things have just happened. You can see that Claire has appeared up here in my connections tab. Because we are now connected, it means that I can speak with her. I can choose to send her a message, hey, how are you? And communicate with her that way and really open a dialogue. Equally, what I can do is go straight through to Claire's profile and I can request a meeting. So we can see here down the right-hand side that I can request a meeting. So requesting a meeting, I can either have it just myself and the invitee Claire, or equally I can add further participants. So say perhaps after chatting with Claire, I think actually I'd like to invite my colleague Dan into this meeting as well. I can easily do that. I'm just going to go ahead and remove him for this purpose though. So here we see the date and the times that are available and the meeting location here. You can also pop in a personal message. We really recommend adding a message when sending a meeting request, unless it's something you've already agreed to, because it really makes sure it increases the chance of being accepted by about 30%, adding that personal edge. So I'm just going to go ahead and click send here. Okay, now the meeting's been sent, I can also add further invitees if I still want to. And I can see here the status. So me as the organizer, I've obviously accepted, and Claire is yet to respond. We can see here it's pending. If she declined it, then this would turn into a red X. I can see all my pending meetings by sitting here in my schedule. So here I can see that this is awaiting response. If it's been accepted, this will say turn into a green accepted, or if it's declined, it will say red undeclined. If someone has requested a meeting of me and I'm yet to respond, this will be the same orange colour, but it will say pending because I'm the one that hasn't responded yet. I can go ahead and reschedule the meeting, or I can cancel it. So when the meeting time was going to happen, I would then be able to enter the virtual meeting, and the virtual meeting room will open 5 minutes before the meeting time starts. So next down, I'm going to be talking about the event agenda. So down here on the left-hand side, we have the agenda. So here you can filter by day, you can also filter by track and location too. All the times will be shown in your local time zone. So from the agenda here, I can see this first session, so I can easily see who the speakers are. If there's a show more, it means that there are further speakers that aren't being shown on that initial tab. I can add the session to my personal calendar, so I can send it to my Google Mail or Outlook if I wanted to, or equally, I can add the session to my schedule within the event platform, or I can do both if particular sessions I want to be in my event calendar, in my personal calendar. Now, when the session time starts, there'll be a little red button that will say live now, and what you do is you click into the session, and then the stream would appear here, and I would click watch. Okay. Further down the left-hand side on the navigation items, we've got the different lists of people and users attending. So for example, here on sponsors, I can see all the lists of the sponsor companies, and I can click into any of their profiles and have a look at them if I want to. Equally, we've got the delegates and representatives, and this is where the profile information is again very important, because you will be able to filter by the profile information. So if you don't want to use the recommendations and you want to go ahead and actually search for the kind of people you're looking to meet, you can do that here. Then we also have speakers and products too. So the final part I'm going to show you is the Exhibitor Portal. So if you're not an exhibitor, then this part won't be relevant to you, so enjoy the event. Exhibitors, stay on and I'll show you the portal. It's up here in the right-hand side where it says Teams. So there's a couple of things you guys will notice straight away. Firstly, we can see all the meetings, and this is where it will bring you straight away. So everybody within my team, I can filter by the user. So I'm the only one at the moment with a meeting, but I could filter by just myself and look at the meetings there. I can also filter by the status. So I can see all the meetings that are going on in my team and really understand the process. Further down here, we've also got the inbound leads. So this is anybody that has viewed the company, said they're interested in my company, or requested a meeting, viewed, interested in any of the representatives or products related to my company. Basically, anything linked to my team, I get leads from. So I can see here and identify why someone is a lead. So I can see that Jack has viewed TOC's profile, but he hasn't really done anything else. So perhaps I might want to show interest with him back here. Whereas this one here that's been reviewed, we can see that Claire has connected with me and has viewed TOC. And we can see already they have a meeting. There'll be tags depending on what the different users have done. So if they've viewed a session that you're sponsoring or they've interested in one of your products, you'll be able to see specifically what that person has done and why they're a lead, allowing you to identify how hot or cold they are and take the appropriate action. So speaking of products, in order to upload those, they're down here on the left-hand side. So what you do is you go ahead and add product. You can add the photos here, you've got the name of the product and all the other relevant information, collateral links. Bear in mind that we don't host any of the content. So if you want to upload a PDF or something like that, it will need to be hosted elsewhere and only the link is dropped in here. You can also upload a video, but it does need to be the embedded link in order for it to appear on the profile. If you want to see how to find the embedded link, go ahead here and it will show you how to find the embed video link for both YouTube and Vimeo. So once you're happy with your profile, you go ahead and click add and then you'll be able to find it on this home page here. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the company profile. So this is your exhibitor booth within the platform. So you can upload a headline here. So we edit that there. You can go ahead and upload. You can upload your company logo or change it because it will be pre-populated. You can then edit the name and you can also fill out any other relevant company information here too. Website, your company LinkedIn. Again, you can have an embedded video URL and the product categories you provide. This one is specifically important because users may be using it to filter down the list of sponsors to find the people who provide the products they're specifically interested in. You can fill out the location and also give your company a summary here. Once you're happy, you go ahead and click update. Now the company booth, I will show you what that looks like. Clicking in. Okay, so we can see here, this is the banner across the top. The logo sits here. Okay, if we upload an embedded video, it will sit just below these call to action buttons and above the details section. And then all the other profile information sits down here. I can see all representatives that are linked to the company, and any products I upload will sit down the bottom just below the representatives too. Users can request a meeting directly with your company from being on this page. However, they will have to request it with a representative in particular and not the company overall. If they want to speak to the company overall, then what they can do is go ahead and click message. So say a user lands on your profile, on your company booth, they're really interested in your products. What they can do is go ahead and send your company a direct chat message. Now where this will appear for your company is in the team section here where it says company chat. So any user and any representative from your company can go ahead and pick up this chat message and respond to the relevant participant. And they will be responding on behalf of the exhibitor. So say I pick up this message and I think, oh, okay, they're interested in product X. Actually, it's my colleague Dan that I need to put them in touch with. What I can do is say, great, I'm going to put Dan in touch and then tell Dan to reach out to that user. Again, it really allows for collaborative work together, all as a team. You can see all the contacts that your team have made here. So we can see at the moment, just the one contact is between myself and Claire. And I can see the list of all my team members here as well. You'll notice that there's an admin and a team member. The only real difference here is that an admin has this toggle on the right-hand side of the user's profile. And what they can do is they can go ahead and edit their colleagues' profiles, manage their colleagues' availability, and also change their colleague's role to an admin, and remove them from the team should they want to as well. It doesn't impact the way that anybody can edit the profile, upload products, or engage on the profile on the platform in general. And the final thing I just want to draw your attention to is the export section here. So you'll notice there's two things you can export: your company's meetings and your company's contacts. Please note that these exports are different from the inbound leads. Inbound leads are anyone who is interested or liked your company or anything like that. An inbound lead becomes a contact when there is a mutual connection. Otherwise, the contact details, the information will not be exportable. The contact details of the contact will only appear on the export if that user has chosen to set their contact details setting on connections or public. If they've chosen to keep them on private, then in order to get their contact details, you will need to reach out to them directly. It won't appear on the export unless they choose to share it. And that is an overview of the event platform. I very much hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the event.